So, GDC, we're still going, day 3, you've got a couple of days to go. Expo is open now, you can probably hear in the background, and we're here with Unity, and a very important man at Unity. Do you want to describe tell us who you are, sorry, and what you do at Unity?
Well, I'm David Helgason, I'm one of the founders of Unity and CEO, and it's...
What's the big news for you guys at GDC? You've got quite a lot of big news.
So, actually the most important thing is just meeting our customers and friends and showing off the tech, and we've been making releases recently with new features, and that's really the core of it. We're showing off games that are new and looking ridiculously awesome. We have partners who are showing off tech that works with Unity and other stuff. But we're also announcing a few things, right? So we announced a partnership with Sony on Thursday, whereby Unity will support all their future platforms, and also PS3, which we've been supporting for a while. That was then sort of made even more awesome by the fact that they actually announced that their platforms will be really open, which makes us very giddy.
Which is kind of like the way that we were saying before, how the industry is changing so much. When you guys started out, you were just kind of like a web browser plugin thing, and just on the PC, and now kind of Unity is pretty much, you're the de facto developer tool. I mean,
de facto, it's very popular. It's very popular. More people use Unity, I believe, than any other game engine, and they're building amazing things, right? And we've kept the prices low. You know, we make it better every year, actually many times a year, and it really works. That's fantastic. So we announced that Sony partnership. Let's see, we announced that we're working with Qualcomm, who actually are not very well known, but they've turned into the world's biggest chip company, and their chips are in more Android phones and Windows phones than any other chip. It's a number of chips actually, but and we work with them now to make sure that Unity is extremely well optimized on these devices, so that games will run faster and better, which kind of removes pain from developers, right?
And it's interesting. I know this is my point of view. I'm probably looking at it through Pocket Gamer goggles.
Yeah, of course.
But you guys, I mean, you did the web, sort of PC and web stuff, but mobile was the thing that really seemed to take off in terms of the addressable audience. So it's kind of interesting that
I mean, mobile is
very strong on mobile.
Mobile combines two amazing features, right? And we have many other things, but mobile is our strongest suit. I'm not going to hide that. Mobile combines two things. It's very open, and it's the fastest growing device category of all time. And it's ridiculous. The opportunity is exploding. And it's good for a few big companies. It's better for the small companies. Most of the hits on mobile are created by small teams out of small companies. And many of them are using Unity, not everyone, but it's just amazing. And some of our friends have, made so much money, and many of our other friends are making a very nice living, being able to build studios, indie studios, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 people, and achieve freedom and creative freedom and all these other things. Anyway, it's so fantastic. We also announced, to answer your question, sorry, we also announced the Facebook partnership, right? Which is also very interesting, and it's really, people have kind of zoned out on Facebook gaming a bit, right?
There's a resurgence now.
The game industry sort of lost a bit of interest. People sort of figured that Zynga kind of owned it, which they didn't actually, but that seemed like that, right? And also, people were playing games there that a lot of us didn't really want to build.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not a game developer myself, but I count myself amongst,
You didn't want to play them.
the hordes, and certainly not want to play. So, but that's changing, and Facebook is really investing in kind of what they call core gaming, which is really just awesome games of various kinds, and Facebook decided that Unity was a very important factor in that, and we're working, and we showed off, it's on our blog actually, and we showed off yesterday at the developer event, how nice it is now to build games for Facebook. It's really nice. And
I think it's really interesting that there was kind of like the Kings and the Woogers who showed that Facebook was a great user acquisition tool.
Yeah.
But now obviously you tend to play more in the kind of core mid-core gaming, and so that combination of Facebook with the mobile stuff is really important for developers for user acquisition, if nothing else.
Absolutely, and people can transfer their players from web to mobile and all these things. There's all these opportunities, and yeah, we worked. Facebook was a fantastic partner. We just sat engineers together in a room and they just kind of did it, and the results were amazing. So that's kind of what we're announcing. I'm sure there's other stuff, but that's the main stuff.
What's the headline figure for your licenses? You have that, so it's always good to get that. How many developers are using Unity?
Well, it's 400,000 active, and 1.5 million that have used it in the last few years.
And more to come.
We seem to be adding a few once in a while.
Excellent, David. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.